Did you know that walking just 30 minutes a day can not only improve your physical health, but it can help boost your creativity and problem solving skills? Yes, it's true. You are now listening to LadyBoss Unplugged, where you will get inspired, empowered, and pumped up to take action on your health, your goals, your life, and your dreams. For more, go to ladyboss.com/unplugged. This is your host, Molly Richards. Now let's get this party started. Welcome to Lady Boss Unplugged. This is your host, Molly Richards. I'm so happy you're here because today we are going to be talking about walking. It's basically free and the benefits are amazing. So before we get this party started, I want to say hi to you and I want you to know that I am so grateful for you. I am so excited to hang out with you today. And I want to say thank you for subscribing to this podcast. And if you haven't yet, subscribe. Also, thank you so much for sharing this podcast, for sharing episodes on your Instagram stories, Facebook stories, texting friends. Like, oh my gosh, thank you. I don't even know what to say. I'm just very, very grateful. And I'm so excited to just hang with you today and to give you some fun facts about not improving your life, but up moving your life with walking. Walking, yes, it's basically free, right? And it is so good for us. So I want to share with you, first of all, that did you know that the average American takes between 3,000 to 4,000 steps a day? Yet we're actually encouraged to do twice that. I personally aim for 10,000 steps a day. I've got my Apple Watch set to it. I'm not obsessed with it, but when I hit that goal, I basically do a little dance, right? I'm like 10,000, whoop, whoop. So I don't know about you, but if you are looking for a great workout, for a way to move your body outside, that is not just good for your physical health, but for your mental health, you're going to want to embrace walking and make it part of your life. So I'm going to keep this podcast pretty short and simple, but I want you to listen and stay for the whole thing because I'm going to give you some tips on how to make walking work for you and also why it's just so important as we get older. Yes, I said the O word, as we get older. So honestly, like I said, walking is so awesome because it's so accessible, right? It's an accessible way to stay active. We don't need to belong to a gym. You can literally walk anywhere and everywhere if weather permits. You can even walk indoors. You can walk inside the mall if you have to. But walking also helps keep the blood flowing. Do you ever feel stiff and just like gross? You're like, let me just go get a walk in. And all of a sudden you feel so much better. Walking also helps stretch the muscles. You know, when you've been sitting too long, like at work or you're doing something right now, I'm doing a podcast. After this, I got to get up and get some steps in. But walking actually totally helps us stay mentally sharp. Okay, you want to be mentally sharp always, right? So do I. Walking helps boost our immune functions. It helps us reduce stress. I love that. It helps us lower our risk of dementia. Can I get an amen today? As you know, my dad suffered from that and passed away recently from that. And so let's get walking. Let's get walking. Walking is also so good for our cardiovascular health. It helps us burn calories. It reduces our anxiety and depression. Tell me you haven't gone for a walk and came back with a clearer mind, in a better mood. And let's say you started out kind of grumpy, kind of sad, kind of freaking out, kind of stressed. And after a good couple miles, you're like, I got this. I feel amazing. I feel happier. I feel more joyful. Have you ever gone on a walk and all of a sudden you went from having no energy to taking a walk and you have more energy? Yes, walking boosts your energy. Hello, sign me up. It, like I said, it helps with our fatigue. If we're feeling sleepy, walk it out. Now I'm hearing that song, Walk It Out. I think that's by Wiz Khalifa. I'm not sure. Whoever it's by, walk it out, walk it out. You walk that fatigueness out. And it helps tone your muscles and helps your bone density. And bonus, it helps with your sleep. And it even helps with your relationships and your social engagement because a lot of the times We walk with a friend or a neighbor or a sibling or a spouse, or there's even walking groups you can join. What? So, as I'm sharing all of those benefits, I got to talk about my mom. I always talk about my mom, but girlfriend has it right. She is thriving and she's feeling amazing every day because girlfriend, we all call her girlfriend walks every single day, sometimes twice a day. And she doesn't just stroll. Girlfriend walks like with a spring in her step, with purpose in her step. She walks to be in a good mood. She walks for the energy. She walks up, for her health, and it gives her mental clarity big time. I know this. And when I was a little girl, I've sort of told this story before, but my mom raised 9 kids, y'all, almost by herself. She was a single parent by the time I was like 9, and she would, be working and raising us and doing all the things. And when she hit like a moment where she was like, all right, now I'm stressed. Now I'm losing it. She'd be like, I'm going for a walk. And she would walk the neighborhood. She would walk at the park. And even if she wanted a quick walk, she would walk circles around our swimming pool in the backyard. Yeah, because she knew what was good for her. And it was free. Didn't have a lot of money growing up. I didn't know it because we were so happy. My mom knew how to, like, we didn't know it. And, but I loved watching my mom walk. And like I said, it's basically free. You need a pair of shoes. I mean, it's pretty amazing, right? No membership required, just you to sign up and actually take action. So if I haven't talked you into incorporating walking into your daily life yet, I hope that I can do that for you, because you will notice the benefits right away. I mean, really. And if you're on a weight loss journey, a fitness journey, or a mental health journey, it is going to help you. And I can tell you that personally, my husband and I walk every single morning. Well, I would say most mornings. I would say 6 mornings a week. I don't want to lie here on this podcast, but we walk about 6 mornings a week together. We wake up, drink coffee, number one. And after we've done our morning things, we have a couple of things we do in the morning, like, our Bible study and just kind of setting our intentions for the day and waking up and talking and all of that. Then we put on our flip-flops right now because we are at the beach. We actually don't put on tennis shoes. I was going to say tennis shoes, but we put on our flip-flops and whatever we're going to wear to go walk. Oftentimes we walk in like letting the water of the waves hit our legs. So I'll wear a tennis skirt or shorts, and he'll wear shorts, and we will walk the beach if the weather's nice, or else we're wearing pants. I don't know why I have to tell you my outfit, but there you go. You got the outfit. And we walk the beach and we walk about an hour total. And it is amazing. I think we don't like speed walk or power walk, but we also don't stroll. So I think we get about 3 to 4 miles done every day. And it's so cool because we're literally like grounding, earthing, right? We got the sand under our feet. We have the fresh air. We have the beautiful sun. We've got the waves, the ocean, but we also have this time to connect with each other. And sometimes we're quiet. Sometimes we're sharing. Sometimes we're asking questions, but it's just time for us to connect. So that is one way that I walk. Another is I have siblings that live around me. So we walk the path at the beach, we do hiking, but you can basically walk anywhere. So pick your area of choice and go get it done. Maybe walk through your neighborhood, maybe get some friends to join you, but it's the coolest thing. And I love it. I feel like I get such mental clarity after a good walk. So I want to give you some tips to get your walking party started so you can move your own life. And so number 1 would be to set a routine, whether you're going to walk in the morning or you're going to walk at night, but whichever one you do it consistently and make it a habit. So like I said, for us, we walk first thing in the morning, we wake up, we get it done. And there's actually studies that show that walking within the first hour of waking can increase your metabolic benefits and help wake up your brain. So, and getting that is also your circadian rhythm, right? You get to see that light first thing in the morning. That's super healthy. And just waking up and moving is so good for you. I mean, many times, by the way, if you saw me at the beach these mornings that I walk with my husband, I literally throw my hair in a pony and I put on a baseball hat of some sort, whatever my mood is, whichever hat I pick sometimes shares my mood, which is kind of funny. But I don't put on a bunch of makeup. I don't do a bunch of stuff. I just go. And that's how we do it. But maybe your routine is in the evening, which is super cool too. Maybe it's a stroll after you eat dinner, which, by the way, if you take a walk after you eat, it will actually lower your blood glucose levels and will help the food travel more efficiently through your digestive system. I don't need to give details on that, but it will make you feel good, especially after eating a meal. And then back to the morning walk. Some studies show that a brisk walk before breakfast burns more fat because you're in fasting mode right then, right? Before breakfast. And it improves how your body responds to insulin, even possibly cutting the risk of heart disease and type 2 diabetes. What? Doing a walk, which doesn't require much. It's one foot in front of the other, which is pretty cool, right? You don't need a trainer to teach you how to walk and whatever. You just need you to do it, just to do it, right? And like I said, I often walk with my husband and I often walk with one of my sisters or girlfriend, AKA my mom. But one thing that you could do if you're like, yeah, I don't want to walk, I get bored, find someone to walk with. Invite a friend to join you. Join a walking club. There are walking clubs. In fact, I think there's even a walking club through Lululemon. Yes, the store Lululemon. Or if you go to your community group or for the town you live in on Facebook, you can probably find a walking group or just form your own. It is the coolest thing. And then because you're doing that, you're also talking, you're catching up, you're learning new things, you're they just getting that social time out too. So talk about multitasking. That's a really cool thing, right? And I love to multitask. I don't know if you know that about me yet, but I really do. I don't know if it's good for me, but I do it. And so another reason I love walking, it is my time to listen to podcasts. So maybe you're walking right now listening to me. Hey, if you are, good job, keep it going. But it's a great time to not only work on the improvement of your health and your body, but also your mind. It is your personal development time. You can literally pop the AirPods in and go for a walk and boom, you feel amazing physically and mentally. That is just the coolest thing. So one of my tips about getting started with walking or incorporating this into your life and making it a consistent daily habit so you could thrive is starting small. So just put on the shoes and go. Maybe today you walk 10 minutes, 20 minutes, but then you build to 30, 45 an hour. Maybe you start with half a mile and all of a sudden you're doing a daily 10K, 6.2 miles or whatever it is for you. Start small and gradually build up. And also like sometimes I'm like, I just like my mom. I'm like, when we were younger, she'd be like, I just need to go move. She would be gone for like 10 minutes, sometimes 30, sometimes an hour, come back a new woman. So if you are ever feeling groggy, grumpy, stressed, and just not yourself, go for a walk and you will feel new. I know it. I know it. Another way to kind of really incorporate walking and make it part of your life is to choose routes that make you smile. So maybe it's through your neighborhood. You got to say hi to everybody. You can walk your dog. You're walking with a neighbor. You're connecting with people. You're in your hood, right? Or maybe there's a park nearby that you enjoy. Maybe you live near the beach and you could walk by the ocean every day and see the dolphins jumping and watch the surfers. That's what I do. I get excited about it and I feel blessed about it every single day. Never do I take it for granted. Maybe you have a really cool trail that you could walk. That's awesome, right? Being in nature and all of that. Or maybe you will take your walk at your lunch break and you will walk around the building that you work in or wherever it is. You're walking, like put on the shoes and get it done. You're probably going to come back in a better mood with more energy to finish the rest of your day at work. I used to do that back in the day when I had an office job. And just incorporating walking into your daily life with something that I call accidental fitness is something super cool. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're going to the mall. Don't drive around for 5-10 minutes looking for a close spot. Instead, decide to park far away and walk. Get those accidental, in quotes, steps in. Do you remember Bob from The Biggest Loser? I learned that from Bob. He called it accidental fitness. And I was like, yes, I love that. And I've incorporated it. I think I learned that like 15 years ago from Bob. And so I'm really thankful for that. Also, instead of driving, if you have a grocery store close by or you're going to a friend's or you're going to dinner or something, decide to walk instead of drive. So for us, we are in Southern California and our favorite restaurants are within walking distance. Never have we driven there. We walk every time. And the gym I could walk to, I could walk to my sister's house. Excuse me. I can walk pretty much anywhere. I can actually go shopping and walk to shopping, and it's so cool. Another thing that I recommend is taking the stairs over the elevator. Get those steps in on the stairs. Elevator, okay, cool, sometimes necessary, but you don't need it. Take the steps instead. Take the stairs. So I just know that this is going to help you feel better. One of my favorite things that I've done recently with a group of girls in my neighborhood is we did a steps competition, and everybody decided that they would, excuse me, every day, everybody, So we had this competition and we used an app called Stride Kick, and everybody had to do 10,000 steps a day. Everyone committed to this. And we would have this app turned on our phones. We would always have our phones with us when we walked and did daily life. And at the end of the day, we could actually see how many steps we took, and it would report into everybody how many steps everyone did. And then at the end, the person who got the most steps in got a prize. And then at the very end, all of us went out to brunch and celebrated. And it was so fun because that group, not really competition, I guess it was a competition, but that group activity where everyone's cheering one another on was so cool. You didn't want to let them down by not getting your 10,000 steps, and you didn't want to let yourself down. And so every day, everyone did it. And it was the coolest thing for 30 days. In fact, people lost weight doing it. People developed new habits. The next month, someone else wanted to lead a new one or invite new people. And it was just the coolest thing. So if you've never looked at this app before, it's called Stride Kick, but it is super awesome. It's a great way to have a little fun competition with people and get everyone moving so we could up move our lives, improve and up move. So I hope this encouraged you today to lace up your sneakers and get walking, and to possibly going for 10,000 steps a day. And honestly, you will notice your mind and body and muscles will thank you, and your longevity. And as you get older, you're going to not just survive, but you will thrive. So I hope this encouraged you. Let's get moving, everybody. My wish for you is always that you do more of what makes you happy, more of what makes you healthy, that you live life boldly, and that you remember how awesome and powerful you are. I appreciate you. Let's get walking. I'll see you and talk to you on the next episode.